Good afternoon. Thank you for your attention. Today I will give a presentation about communication problem in business companies. My name is Preslav Parvanov. I'm studying at the International Communication Management in the Hague University of Applied Science. And thanks to my study, I decided to focus on this topic and present it. The goal to this presentation is to increase the company productivity and revenue by reducing the company mistakes that are caused by communication. The main topic is communication problem in business company. However, the goal is the development of the company future, satisfying customer needs, and helping the company progress externally and internally. Now I would like to ask you a simple question. How would you feel if you know that you can increase the revenues, the profits, the image, the reputation, and the identity of your company or organization by doing only one thing? That's right, only one thing. And this thing is if you are able to overcome the problems that the communication, the problems in communication, your company will prosper and will be worldwide known. So I've separated the presentation in three main points. The first one is misunderstanding. Misunderstanding are the first and one of the keyest factors that can cause a company to suffer and not to do its project right or to lose customers. Misunderstanding can happen to everybody, can happen everywhere and at any time. Nobody is safe from making misunderstanding, and misunderstanding usually came because people are rushing while they are giving information, or they aren't focused enough while taking it, and this can lead to some serious problem in the developing new products, doing the project that the company has to do, and this all leads to unsatisfied customer, losing money, damaging the company reputation and image, and this is something that no organization wants to see or to hear that it's happening. So everybody is trying to not to have misunderstanding, but they still happen, and if the communication managers don't spend enough time on dealing with them, the company will suffer and eventually it will lose all its customers and its market share, and it won't be searched anywhere. Like I said, misunderstanding leads to delayed project, which is awful for any organization or company. Dissatisfied customers, which is also very unacceptable for any company. And at the last but not least, angry stockholders, which are the most important figures in the company. And they can all suffer from a single misunderstanding, not understanding a word or missing some word, or not understanding the deadline or the date that a certain product has to be released or done. And one little misunderstanding can damage all these three factors and of course the company. Next I want to talk about the lack of skills and the different cultural perception. First of all, I would like to start that people usually think that reading, listening, writing and speaking are easy tasks, and they don't focus enough when dealing with them. And this is one of the this is a key link to every big organization, because not focusing enough when you are talking or when you are listening. You can miss information or you cannot interpret correctly. Also, different cultures have different way of perceiving things, and it is very important for any international organization to be able to explain to its employees the task that they have to do, because in every country people, in every culture people understand things in different way. So it's vital for the manager of the organization to explain everything correctly and according that everybody can understand it, could understand it. The lack of skill can be seen both in the speaker and in the listener. From the speaker it can come when perhaps the speaker is speaking in a very loud area, and some of the things that he said cannot be heard well. Also, the speaker can have some problems with the speaking, or his voice may be down, so he don't give the whole information and miss something, which is of course very bad. But also the listener can lead of lack of skills, because sometimes it can be distracted by some noise that is outside, or maybe he can think of something different when he is explaining a task and he doesn't understand it at 100%, and then he is not able to give his best work, and then and this also leads to delaying project, angry stockholders and unsatisfied customers, which is something that nobody wants. The different culture, like I said, different culture is very important, because nowadays almost every organization is multinational, and they have all kinds of employees that work there. So it's very important that everybody understands his role and how to do it, not how he's expecting to do it, but everybody should be explained very clearly, because people will sometimes understand different things on certain projects, and that they won't do them correctly, and this will eventually fail. The project won't be successful, and the company will lose money and many different things like customers and image. So this is very important area, and every communication manager in its own organization should be really aiming to overcome this trouble. Now I'm going to speak about using the right channels of communication. Often the right channels for communications aren't used properly, and this is a big misunderstanding. This is a big leak for any organizations, because it is very important the way you give information to people. So first of all, I would say that two-way conversation is always more effective than one-way, just by sending some information. But of course, one-way communication can be very useful in the beginning of the project, when everybody sent the same type of email, and everybody knows what they have to do and they have to follow, instead of just speaking to everybody in the company on a loud voice when somebody cannot hear you or cannot understand and cannot do his work properly. Two-way communication is best for when giving a feedback or trying to overcome some difficulties in already started project that everybody knows what they are doing, and somebody hasn't understand correctly. Then two-way communication is very suitable, because the two people can come to a mutual agreement, and the problem will be overcome. Now, as a conclusion, I would like to add that all the three aspects that I have told you about, misunderstanding, lack of skills in the different backgrounds, and the usage of the right communication, are very important for developing organizations, because without them the organization cannot work right, and it cannot do its goal and its task, and that are making profit, satisfying customer. And there is an old saying in my country that you cannot build a house without the walls, but from there comes another old saying that everybody has to know what they are doing in order to build that house, because everybody has to know their role, so they don't do same work together, and the project is getting delayed or not what it has to be. So by giving the right information, almost half the work is done, and everybody knows what they're doing, and can do it in time and follow the procedure. I would like to thank you for your attention, and if you have any questions, I'm proposing a lunch. You are free to join me. Thank you.